The biggest news in sports for it is 15 years, 765 million for Juan Soto. How do you guys feel about that?
It's a lot of money. How old is he now?
26.
Yeah, he's like my
What's
age,
scary about how old
25.
I'll be when that
26.
contract's over?
Yeah, he's 26 years old, 765,
41?
51 million a year. It can get up to about 800
It's
million.
the largest
if
deal
he-
in professional
That's
sports
crazy.
history.
Yeah, and he can. But the crazy thing about it
All
is
guaranteed.
everybody's talking about the 765. The 765 is not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 250 something that he'll. I think it's 255 that he'll make in 5 years. Then he can opt out
Before the opt out, yeah.
before the opt out. So if he does and stays on track and doing some of the same things that he's been able to do thus far, when he
Could
gets
be
to
even
that
bigger.
5th year, he could just slice that thing and then go
Yeah.
get another, get $1 billion basically.
It's crazy. It's crazy the money that's thrown around in baseball compared to like how successful the NFL is and the money that's not guaranteed.
Well,
to
it's
its
the
players.
game though.
Yeah.
You got 162 games versus 17 games.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, and they don't want to extend you out
Yeah.
in football the way that or even in basketball anymore like they used to do, where they would give out these 10-year basketball contracts. They don't do that anymore. So essentially, you get a 5-year deal, and that's what it is. Where in baseball, and a lot of people don't really understand, there's only a handful of guys that are getting 10 and 15-year deals.
Sure.
There's only a hand. It's not like the guy who's at the third base batting 265, is getting 175 million over 3 years. It doesn't work like that.
What do you think of him? He went to the Mets for not much more money than the Yankees offered him. What do you think that's about?
I know the Dodgers offered him 600 million.
Okay. But I feel like what did the Yankees offer him? I feel like it wasn't that much
The
less.
Yankees were off by about 165 million.
That's
but the years were different. It was a 10-year
okay.
600 versus a 15-year 765.
Okay. I read somewhere it wasn't much difference, and Yankee fans felt a bit.
No, it was the years,
Okay.
a little bit more money, plus the way that they supposedly treated his family as the Yankees. They didn't want to give him a box.
Nope.
The Yankees didn't want to give up a box. The Mets said, sure, you can have every box in the stadium. Just come with us.
He wanted the respect.
Yeah, and the owner, Cohen, has fuck you money. And not that the Steinbrenners and the Yankees don't have fuck you money, but his fuck you money, I think, is a little different, where he doesn't care.
So the Yankees offered 16 years, 760 million.
Oh, so it went up to 16 years, 760.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if he wanted to be
So
a
one more
Yankee,
year, but less money. Okay, it's still not as good of a deal.
could have been a Yankee.
Yeah,
But I think
if he wanted
you're
to be
more
a
about
Yankee.
the box.
I think
route.
it had a
that
lot
was-
to do with
yeah.
that too. It was like, oh, okay, you're gonna treat me like this, no problem, and that's fine.
Do you think the
Whatever.
Mets will ever win with that kind of contract?
Well, they got Lindor.
Pete,
What'd you say, Keyshawn?
Alonzo, right?
They got Alonzo, Lindor. I think Verlander's there with them still,
Is he?
right? Is it Verlander
Maybe?
that's still there?
That's right. He's been bouncing.
No, who the
around.
hell's the pitcher? They got a pitcher, whatever. I can't think of who it is.
I think, but you're right. I think they got rid of their top end starters, and it's their starting lineup that's really been.
You might be talking about DeGrom, right? But
Yeah, is that what I'm talking about? DeGrom.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, DeGrom.
Texas, though, right? He went to he's at Texas.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
gone now.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, I don't know. I mean, they were in it last year or
They
this
beat
year,
my
better
Brewers.
yet,
Yeah,
but it didn't quite work out. We took
Mhm.
care of the big brother, not the little brother,
yeah.
and that's what I'm a Dodger, so that's what it born and raised.
Well, congratulations.
I don't know anything other than go Big Blue Wrecking Crew.
The Dodgers needed to win this one because their last World Series was like during the shortened season. It just didn't feel
Okay, and
quite.
if the Milwaukee
Mouse,
Brewers
huh?
would have won,
I would take
and if
it.
the Milwaukee Brewers would have won, nobody would be saying anything. And if the Yankees would have won, nobody
Listen,
would have said anything.
I'm not trying to take anything from you, but I'm just saying, as a Dodgers fan, doesn't this feel
No.
a little?
Same.
No, feels the same.
Same. Only thing was we got to have a parade and we beat the fucking Yankees.
All right.
Other than that, same.
Okay.
Ring is a ring is a ring.
Fair enough.
I love when people start saying, well, it was during the pandemic and it doesn't really.
It's just a weird. It's just like
it's during the pandemic because you don't have one.
Listen, you won by the rules, but the rules were just different for the only season.
So Tom
ever.
Brady should feel the same way, huh? Well, his is a little different because Tom won 6. That's what people would say. Because they have these arguments against the Lakers and the Dodgers. But the moment you bring up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm not trying to take anything away from it.
No,
I'm just
you are.
saying It must,
You're trying to do it
must-
slickly.
It's
You're
like
trying to
one
do
and
it-
a half championships.
Yeah, you're doing it real slick. Yeah,
One
Tom
and a
Brady,
half, so you got
nobody
a little at the
says
end.
What,
nobody says anything about Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nobody. The first thing they all say is, he got 7.
But yeah, because you could argue that his Buccaneers championship was even more impressive than all the rest.
Nobody
he
was
did it
in
by
the
himself.
stands.
No,
They
but
had fake people
I
in
don't
the
care
first
about-
10
I don't care about the
rows.
fans. I'm just talking about the shortened season and
It's the
the entirely
same
different playoff,
thing.
the entire different playoff structure. I was like,
Oh,
what am I
God.
watching?
Y'all, yeah. You guys
Listen,
are
congratulations. You won a World Series. Listen, I'm just a jaded Brewers fan.
I know.
Yeah.
Robert Yount's not coming through the building anytime soon. Robert Yount, and then y'all screwed it up when y'all got rid of CeCe Sabathia, so that was a problem.
That was a special year. That was a
Yeah,
special
but
year.
y'all screwed it up.
We couldn't afford them.
Oh,
You
you
know?
can afford what you want to afford when you want to afford it.
I don't know. Every time we sign a big name, we come to regret it. We can't afford to make mistakes like the Dodgers.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find all facts, no breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.